I talk about sightlines often in my videos. I use them heavily when planning out a new area to build in and to inform my decisions when doing the actual building. They generally result in some really impressive viewpoints and help the world feel much more immersive. Today, I want to show you some of the best sightlines I have in my world. This wasn't actually the view I had in mind, but on the back of this boat, this viewpoint looking out this way is also pretty damn good. The one I had in mind for the first one was one of the first things I built in this world. This castle, which I never really gave a name to. But I like this side of it because I think the three components I like best about it, this sort of square tower, this round tower, and then this long skinny one in the end, and the bridge that connects it, is my favorite part of this castle. The other half, honestly, I don't think is that great. But this part is really good. And I think this ship is one of the best places to look at it from. And you can see some of the city there as well, the clock tower, which is pretty cool. And then you can actually see around this way, kind of similar. So this is definitely one of my favorite parts. After I built the castle, the next thing I did was made this main city in my world here. I was really satisfied when I finally did it because for years I've been wanting to make a really large city. And I always was just never able to finish it. But this one I finally was. Kind of got burnt out on buildings, so I've been doing terraforming for a long time now. But eventually I'll probably build another large city. But I like this viewpoint of it. I like seeing the clock tower up there. You can still see some of the castle in the background. Like the fields out here look really nice too. There's a ship there. And then this kind of, the tail end of this forest here with these trees also looks really nice. And the cliffs are good too. And you can kind of see a little bit of the aqueducts I made. Still one of my favorite details in this world too. So, of the city, this is probably my favorite viewpoint. Within the city, there's some good sightlines too, but those ones are not quite what I had in mind for the video. I usually don't play on this high render distance, but seeing the outline of the Gothic castle from this distance in this spot is really interesting. I kind of like it. The reason I came here is for this specific sightline. It's from this lush river I made. I made a video on this one, but it's one of my favorites still, and I made it a long time ago. The reeds, all the greenery and stuff, the cornfield on the left, the kind of vineyard on the right along with its house. That was the default Minecraft now in the background. It still looks pretty good. And all the trees and stuff that I put in for that sort of more sprucey looking forest, just really good. It looks particularly good from this bridge. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. I come back here like all the time. It's pretty good from this view too. You can kind of see some of the stones on the other side there. We'll see them again in a little bit. But I don't like the view of this little village as much. So pointing out this way is where I prefer to look. There's a couple really good sight lines within this enchanted forest I made. I think I'll probably just do them both in one clip. But walking up from this little kind of farm village over here, wow, you can actually see the whole city from here too. I really wish I had a better computer so I could play with more render distance more time. But walking through the forest here, I really like this spot right here. There's this rock here and this rock here, maybe a little bit farther, and you can kind of just see through there. I spent a lot of time making this sightline. I explained it a bit in more detail in the actual video I made on this forest. But I just love that one so much. And as well as the things hanging down from this rock here, the goberries, the weeping vines, and the hanging roots all look really, really nice. And then there's a little view of the witch hut, I guess hut. It's kind of into a rock. That looks nice too. And the second sightline I absolutely adore of this one isn't actually really of the forest. It's just I'm still in the forest. I've shown this one before too. But of this castle here, coming around this rock, we have the forest on the right, the forest on the left, and you can just see the bridge connecting these two towers here. Still one of my favorite parts in the entire world. I like the greenery of this castle and how it blends in with the enchanted forest. So yeah, one really special sightline that kind of came across accidentally. I wasn't really thinking about that when I was building this castle. I already had the forest in place, I think, up to about here. And then I put this rock in afterwards because I thought it looked really nice when you're walking around it. But that turned out really nicely. Right beside this castle is kind of a farming area I built. I like this for a couple of different reasons. Mainly, I like the mix of the fields, the structures, and then kind of the hillside in the background. Oftentimes in the past, I'd just done pure farmland, but I think having a mix in is really nice. And the second thing is I absolutely love the stones I made at the top. Kind of Stonehenge inspired, but built with what could be chalk or quartz or whatever other white rock they would have used. I think it's a really cool spot. And then you can also see the enchanted forest to the left and stuff. So these stairs leading up to this castle is a really great viewpoint to kind of get all this in. The windmills are pretty good too. But yeah, I really like this one. And it kind of extends as well a little bit farther over here, similar style. But yeah, I think that's my favorite one of the whole area. I keep finding new sightlines with a higher render distance. This is really fun. The one I was thinking of when I came over here was kind of just beside this lighthouse and looking at this forest. I think it's just a nice little spot. It's not maybe as big or grand as the other ones I've shown, but I'm really happy with the rock work I've done here, and how the forest kind of transitions from actual forest straight into the water. I also like this lighthouse and kind of like the little tide pools I did around this area. I think worked out really well as well. So that was really cool. Yeah, just a little quick one, but I like this forest from this angle specifically. And then within the forest, there's a couple other sight lines, not directly of the forest itself, but from within, so we can go look at those ones as well. The second one is of the arch I built in a video a couple of them ago, kind of across this pond here. I think it looks really nice. Kind of just an old ruined landmark that you can kind of glance at when you're walking by, but I really like this one as well. This pond turned out pretty nicely with some of the flowers I don't use as much. It's pretty rare I use alliums, and then I use the new cactus flower over there as well. So this one was nice. And then the last one kind of within this forest is of the Yellowstone inspired geysers, from right next to this bench. I think is nice with the forest in the background. It's very immersive. And all this is pretty much a backdrop because I don't plan on having the path go farther out this way. So this is really just something pretty to look at. There's nothing to do out there, but it definitely is pretty, and I'm really, really happy with it. I love the glass work I did with this geyser. Yeah, definitely a great spot. The last couple sight lines I have here are from this hillside I made recently in the world. These highlines have many good sight lines, but I like this one specifically, overlooking this pond. And kind of looking out to the Gothic castle and the bridge and the town and the waterfalls. It's very serene. And you can also see the flower fields I made in the background as well. Definitely a really special spot. I built this whole area with one specific sightline in mind, looking at the Gothic castle. This whole terrain used to be quite a lot lower, so I raised it all up because I thought from this height you could see the Gothic castle much better. And yeah, I thought it turned out really well. So it'll look better when there's something on the right here. For now it's still default terrain, but once I either extend this mountain or extend the forest over there or something, then this will look complete. But for now it's still good to look at the castle specifically. And actually looking out this way is also fabulous. Wow. I got a bonus one here. I really like these flower fields. Yeah, I should play on a higher render distance. That's my takeaway from this video. But yeah, that's all the sightlines I had specifically that were my favorites. So thank you for watching. Like if you liked, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.